Okay, here we are at data.interzoid.com, and we're taking a look at Interzoid's AI Interactive Data Client, a web tool that enables you to get any data on any subject and retrieve it through AI models, knowledge bases, various algorithms, and different ways, and retrieve it in a structured format. In today's example, we're going to be looking at product categories from Google, just to kind of show the breadth and the different types of data that can be retrieved using a tool like this. And so I thought it might be fun to just pull back some of the products in the different product categories to show the breadth of Google's capabilities, and while simultaneously demonstrate how easy it is to get data in structured form on the web. And then, of course, we'll also show the API that gets generated if you want to integrate this data into something else. Now, the first thing that you need to do, because behind the scenes we are using an API, is you need to get an API key. It's how we authenticate and track usage. You can get it at www.interzoid.com or clicking on this menu item, and there are free trial credits available. And then, now once you've done that, you're ready to start retrieving data. And the first thing we need to do from that perspective is describe the type of data that we're looking for. In this case, we're simply looking for Google's top products by category. And of course, all this is this topic is a free-form natural language way to describe the type of data that we're getting, which just helps our various AI models and knowledge bases get the data that we're looking for. And all we're going to do is now that we've described that, pretty simple, is simply put up a lookup value. So for example, we're interested in what Google's top product is in the email category. And we next need to describe the output data fields that we want back from our data request. So for example, we might want something like product name, probably want a product description, maybe the product web page so we can look it up and do some further research. Let's add another output field. Let's just get product launch date for fun so we can see when the product came onto the scene. And of course, you can change the order, you can delete. I could add different things like product technology stack, product manager, any type of information. The possibilities are near infinite in terms of the type of data that we can bring back. And that's pretty much it. We can, of course, save this configuration so we can load it again later. The one other thing we need to do is choose which model we're going to use. We've got some different possibilities here. In some of these, you can see that they are premium models. This is because they also utilize web searching to provide some more enhanced comprehensive data. So that might be your best choice if you're looking for more detailed information. And of course, they do require some more credits, but they will give you probably the best results. And if you want to learn more about these different models and how they work, you can just go to the menu item and get some custom data enrichment model details. This will tell you, a little bit more about each one of the models and how they work. In this case, I'm going to go ahead. Let's use Model A Premium, and let's give it a run. Get the Google top products by the email category and see what happens. I simply click Run. And now it's going to go and get that information. And of course, it brings back Gmail as the top product in the email category. Hopefully that wasn't a surprise. And you can see the other information: product description, product web page, product launch date in text form. Now, of course, if I want to get a pretty view of this information, I can see a more structured or readable way to get the product description right here. I'll close that for now. One other thing I want to point out is here's the API call that's generated, since this was an API behind the scenes. The endpoint is api.interzoid.com/getcustom. The parameters include your API license key, the topic, Google's top products by category. That was the natural language description that we had up here under the topic box. So of course that can be anything. It could be IBM's top products, Microsoft's top products, Meta's top products. I can really automate the type of information that I'm getting using this API. Maybe I'm doing a survey of the industry and I want to do multiple categories and multiple products. Whatever your particular case might be. The lookup value is email. That of course corresponds to this. The model that we used, and then for the output, it's simply an array of the output fields that we have up here on the left column. So I did want to point that out. And again, we can save these results if we want to do it quickly. Let's try a few others to see what we get back. For example, what's Google's top product in the AI category? Let's give that a run. Okay, it's going out to the web, hitting the AI models. Okay, and it's the Gemini product. It's a multimodal AI model that can understand and generate text, images, audio, and video, and so on. And then, of course, you can go to the product page there if you'd like. Let's try a few others for fun, see what comes back. Let's try, I think Google has an offering in the quantum computing space. Let's give that a try, see what we get back. Okay, they have a product named Willow that I think I've heard of. Google state-of-the-art quantum computing chip with 105 superconducting qubits. Okay, it can perform computations in under 5 minutes. That would take classical supercomputers 10 septillion years. Wow. So that's even hard to imagine, that length of time. So I guess that would pretty much eliminate all of our current encryption that we have in place, among other things. So that's pretty interesting. And you can see here at quantumai.google, you can get more information about that. Relatively new product, December 9th, 2024. What else can we try? Let's see. I think let's try API management. It's of course near and dear to our hearts. And give that a run. See what comes back. Okay, yes, Apogee, which was an acquisition, I believe, in 2008. It's a comprehensive API management platform that provides tools for designing, securing, analyzing, and scaling APIs. That sounds great. Let's go ahead and close that. And of course, again, the API call changes. You can see the lookup value here is API management, but all of the data stays the same in the data that we requested. And of course, we can add more fields. We can change the order. We can delete, whatever the case may be. What else? I think let's see what Google's doing, anything, if anything, in gaming. I'll click run. Okay, it's bringing back Google Stadia, which I believe they may have recently closed that down. You have to go to the website to get more information. But yeah, stadia.google.com. I think that's what you'll find when you go there. Let's try a couple others. I know Google has some chips. Let's give that a try. Okay, they've got the Tensor Processing Unit, Google's custom-developed application-specific integrated circuit designed to accelerate machine learning workloads. Awesome. More information here. Goes as far back as 2016. Okay. What else? I think let's see what they've got in the finance category. And again, you could run this for multiple companies if you kind of really want to understand what their product, especially the larger companies, what their offerings are in each of these categories. Let's see what they have in finance. Okay, they actually have a finance product called Google Finance. I did not know that. Let's see what that's about. It's a website focusing on business news and financial information that provides real-time market quotes and so on at google.com/finance. I think I have been on that site actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's been around since March 2006. What do they have in the... Let's try the art category. See if they have anything from an artistic standpoint. Give that a run. Okay, wow. Google Arts and Culture. artsandculture.google.com. A platform that features content from over 2,000 leading museums. Interesting. So there's probably no end to the product categories when it comes to Google. And you can discover and learn more about their various offerings. Again, add more fields, whatever the case may be. The point here was to show you how easy it is to bring back structured data for a request that then enables you to generate an API from that data. If you have specific questions about how you could use this or where it would make sense or some help to integrate the API, and again, it's just a JSON REST straightforward API, pretty easy to integrate into just about anything. And we've also got the ability to run this in batch mode, enrichment dataset batch mode, so you can run an entire CSV file of lookup values and get these results in an output file very quickly. So there's a lot of different ways to utilize these structured data requests that helps you leverage the power of AI and the entire world of knowledge at the same time. So pretty exciting stuff. If you want to try it out, again, data.interzoid.com, or you can visit us at www.interzoid.com for more information. Thank you.